trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
When things look bad, and it looks like you're not gonna make it, then you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
It helps if you put the mic on. Dwight, if you're there, could you give me confirmation whether my volume is exactly the same as the previous stream or whether it's any better? Because I've looked around and I can't see what the issue is, and I don't know why it's happened. But I did look at the playback of the stream, and yes, I was a lot quieter. It seems quieter. What, quieter than before? I don't know what the hell it is. Anyway, I'll have to do until I get a good look at it. I had a quick look around and all my volume levels look good. I don't know why it's, and I've checked Discord as well. It won't be Discord because this isn't going through Discord, what you're hearing. But anybody on Discord hears me loud and clear, so there's obviously something I've got that's happened. I don't know why. Anyway, we're about 3 minutes away from this one lost side match. Right, so it is good. I'll get a few other opinions if anybody comes on. What was I saying? Yeah, we'll get this one lost side match between Albinario from Sweden and BillyBigRigger from the USA. I've already said earlier this evening that, you know, Albinario may well be too strong, but it's only a race to 13, and Billy stays in it. We all know what can happen. Stranger things would happen, but Billy's got to be consistent and good. Let me just have a quick tab out. Are you still there, Rob? Well, I went into Discord, and Rob is still sitting in Discord. He's still in the commentary booth, but he's obviously got his headset off because he doesn't hear me. But he may well come to life at some point. We're about a couple of minutes away from this match getting underway. I've now fixed the chat again, so I've got the chat on my main monitor right in front of me, which is very, very handy. Plus, if I have to, I can type something in it, although I don't need to. So, the matches are beginning to thin out in this tournament as we go deeper in, of course. There are those matches on the schedule. If I remember what button it is, hang on a second. Is it that one? Or is it that one?
Welcome to VP4 TV, a Tactical Genius production. Here is a list of upcoming matches in the 2023 Virtual 9-Ball World Championships. I try to stream what I think will be the best matches to watch and offer a good standard of play. Please subscribe to my YouTube and Twitch channels so you can join in the stream chat.
So as you can see, we've got this match. We covered this earlier on. We've got Snake Eyes and Roshin there on Monday at 5 PM. But the one I'll be focusing on, my next live stream will be Bankster and Semi-Pro. That will be starting at 6:30 GMT on Monday. And then on Wednesday, which of course is my day off, we'll have LS3 and Nick on the one lost side, and that will be a good match. I'm pretty certain it will. You know, I've been very impressed with Nick. Even though he is in the one lost side, he could cause serious problems for LS3. Cobra and Spectre Dawn, of course, is the match that we're all looking forward to, and that's a week tonight. So that is it. This room should be going up. BillyBigRigger's been in for the last half hour or so. Albinario appeared about 10 minutes ago. He's in knocking a few balls around. And we will be underway. We will have a match. So it looks as if you're the only one in the house, Dwight. There's nobody else. The interesting thing is, I don't look at the analytics on YouTube at all, but I had a quick look. I mean, this is the first time in months and months and months I've looked at the analytics. The surprising thing is that in the last month or so, on all the live streams I've done, the vast majority, and I say the vast majority, the biggest number of hours from viewers and on what system they're viewing on is actually on mobile. I'm very surprised at that. So obviously a lot of people maybe sitting in front of the TV, they've subscribed, and then they get a notification that I've gone live, and they're just sitting there watching it in front of the television. It's interesting. I just thought it would be PC. I never thought it would be mobile. But that's not just mobile. That's not just cell phones. It's probably what do you call those other things? Not just laptops, but the smaller things. You can see I'm technical. Anyway, Albinario is in the room. Rob may or may not join us. Steve may or may not join us. I haven't a clue what's happening, but I'm ready and raring to go. And I'm still awake at the moment. Tablets, that's the word, Dwight. That is showing my age because I've never had one and I'll never get one. I mean, I'm technical that I've got the phone, and of course you can hear alerts coming through in my phone because I've got it lying next to me. And usually they're just alerts from YouTube and stuff like that. Your upcoming match. Oh, sorry about that. Well, we're not underway yet. Well, we're about to now, just before you said that, because Billy's just arrived. He's on the right hand side, and we will be ready to go. So Billy on the right, Albie on the left, and it looks as if Albie's got it down pat. That's an excellent lag. So good luck to both players. Good luck to Billy, especially because obviously we want to see a match. We don't want to see anybody falling apart. And there's that thing I was talking about to Rob in the previous stream. We'll get 2 balls more or less not moving at all in the middle of the pack, and the 9 balls usually one of them. Well, Albinario's attempted cutting the one there wasn't on the mark. Welcome back to Semi-Pro. Semi-Pro, let me know what my volume level's like. Is it better? Is it the same as before, or what do you think? And you know, I want a serious answer. I don't want some daft. Well, so far, we'll give these players the benefit of the doubt that they're just finding their feet here. Because we've already had 2 errors in the space of 2 shots, really. And that won't do from Albie unless it goes in, and it has done. Right, so I just haven't a clue why this has happened, and I've looked at my volume levels in Windows. I've looked at Discord. Discord looks fine, and anybody I'm listening to in Discord, Rob was coming through loud and clear. I can't fathom what the problem is. I need more time to have a look at it. But as long as you can hear me. So let's just say we've got a bit of an untidy rack here. But Albinario now is the strong favourite to take it. Well, I'm just thinking it's probably about dinner time where Run Out Rob is. I'm in the commentary booth. Rob's there as well, but he's obviously away from the PC. And no sign of Steve. So he's obviously busy. So Albie will eventually get this first rack. But as I said, it's been untidy. So my little vote that is on the YouTube community page, it backs up my my theory that when you're given a choice of what image insults you most, either my ugly mush or the VP4 TV chimpanzee, then all 8 votes, and there's still only been 8 votes, but all 8 votes are surprisingly on my image, as I thought it would be. Yeah, this volume issue needs a lot more time to look around, because at some point an idea will come into my head, but not tonight. As long as it's passable and it gets us there, it will suffice for the time being. Meanwhile, Albinario, I presume he can see enough of the 5. No, he can't. But, oh dear, here we go. Talking of monkeys. And I apologise to my little chimpy friend, because I called him a monkey when he's actually a chimpanzee. I should be ashamed of myself. Yeah, it's so annoying. I mean, everything works fine, and then suddenly something happens. I don't know whether there's some sort of update happened that I'm not aware of. I don't know that my my audio driver's been updated or anything. I know in the past when I had an issue, I had to disable an audio driver. I'll have a look at that in more depth when I've got more time. I'll probably do it tomorrow morning at some time once I've had my breakfast. So, 1 rack apiece. And Billy has had a lash. And of course, now he didn't hit the ball on. Albinario, well, a player of his standard should find his way out. The 6 ball, not quite nailed to that long rail on the left, but where he's sitting, where the 3 is and the 4 is and the 5 is, he should be able to get fairly good on this 6 ball. He's got to just drop this 4 ball in so he doesn't leak away too far, because he wanted to keep fairly straight in this 5, and now he's going to have to dink backwards in behind the back of the 8 ball here. And now you see that's just even that has just come out a wee bit more, but it's good that it gives him the angle, but he's got to get it sweet and flush. Yeah, welcome to Chimpy, welcome to Rabbit. Yeah, but what's your volume like? Because everybody's saying the volume's a lot lower than what it has been in previous streams, and I can't work out what it is. Well, that's a big call, 13-5. And I'm sure BillyBigRigger will hope that it's a lot better than that, but, you know, Albinario should be that bit too much to handle, I think, for him. Yeah, but you know, I mean, the thing is, Chimpy, that if that had been against maybe, you know, somebody not quite as capable as Bill, you could have got away with it. But the important thing is how important and how critical those. All you made was really, on my count, 4 errors. I think the second one was the most severe, because I think that's where Bill got his 3 rack run, and so 4 mistakes, and they were all pots where that's the even more annoying thing for yourself. It was 4 pots that you missed, and in all the 4 pots that you missed, the table was glaring wide open. You had nothing to do other than pot that ball, go on the next one, and run the table. And what was it you lost by? 13-9. It could have been a final rack decider. I said that in the stream at the end there when I talked to Rob. And that's how punishing it can be when you get to the deeper parts of the tournament and you bump into players like Bill. Yeah, and that Bill's stats were more than acceptable, and that's because that's basically what you have to be doing to survive in a tournament, let alone go on to win it. So the little combo from Albie, and that has already got daylight. So Billy's now got to step up to the plate. And the prime thing for Billy is unforced errors. He can't afford them. But he's got to get the table first of all. And Albie can stun this one ball in, got past the right side pocket up high enough. He's banked it. Well, I think the problem with the stun shot is the angle was too much of a cut, and that's why he banked it. But he didn't get into the cue ball enough, and he's now hooked. So Billy better get ready here. He better get on his toes, because if Albie doesn't get this safe, there's a table where Billy's got to run out. Simple as that. Well, I think that's partly the thing about this type of competition, because you know that if you don't get it, that the odds are you're not getting back to the table. But I think the secret is to blank all of that out your mind and just play the table.
Running a little late, Hugh.
Oh, welcome back, Rob. Well, I did mess about with my sound settings a little bit, and I don't think it's made a great deal of difference. I haven't worked out what the problem is.
You plenty loud to me.
Yeah, Discord is fine because I've checked it, and I had a quick look, but as I say, I didn't have enough time to really delve in deep to try and solve the problem. We'll do that tomorrow. But anyway, BillyBigRigger 3-1 down, and a table where he has to be out and should be out. There shouldn't be any problem here. The only thing he's got to make sure is that when he pots the 6, he's got the angle in the 8 just to bump the 8 in and get up the table for the 9. He doesn't want to leave himself short. He doesn't want to leave himself that sort of square angle, because they're always testy. Wants to make it comfortable. Well, I don't get to see a lot of BillyBigRigger, because if he is online, he's obviously online US time, which is the middle of the night for me.
He got a pretty good angle here. Looks like he'll be able to go up and just send around 2 rails.
Yeah, that's fine.
About let it drift away a little far.
Now, are you in the room, Rob?
No, in the stream.
Yeah, because you're lagging on the commentary slightly. I'm seeing what's happened, and then you're just coming in a wee bit later, because obviously there's like a 4-second delay before you'll see it in the stream.
Yeah, let me turn off some other stuff that we're streaming as well.
So Billy's got it back to 1. Welcome to Rosin, or Roshin.
Now that should be a little better there.
Well, that one ball has just bumped the jaw. Now, Billy, if he can get this jump cue working, he's got room, and all he needs to do is catch the edge of the 1. The problem, of course, is he's not going to have a shot in the two.
Well, if he jumps this, which is a short hop, he got a short hop and then roll over to it, because I don't think he's going to get over the four ended like that.
Well, I mean, he can just hit this 2-ball half ball, but he has to make sure he gets to this rail, or he'll just simply scratch off it. And that's, well, I was going to say that's too heavy, but I think he's a bit fortunate that the 7 got in the way. I was thinking a bit softer than that. But Albie is going to try the jump.
We saw in the previous match, to not the last one, but the one before that, these little short ones, it's not that easy to do. He hit that one well, though.
Yeah, but I think, you know, Billy with that shot there, he just hit it too heavy. And even though Albinario had the jump, he took care of it no problem. You know, he's got to be really tight with the safeties. And he's just going to get picked off if he doesn't. And Albinario looks very likely to restore this lead.
Well, could have been a little better on that, but I think he's okay.
Well, there's a fluke. There Albie getting himself out of jail there. Well, I think remember what I said. I said a while back, and Chimpy should take note. Remember what I said about when you've played a shot and you're on to your next shot in VP4. You've got to remember that the Q-tip isn't central, and if you're not paying attention to that, you can go ahead and play a shot, and unless you are intending to play English to any great degree, there might be a sort of straightish shot where you're trying to line up and you're not necessarily looking at the tip of the cue, and sometimes you can then have an unwanted English in the cue ball.
Mm-hmm. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a quick drink.
Yeah. So Albinario is looking again very lightly here with the help of his fluke in the last one, or was it earlier in this rack? He's going to stretch this lead, and already it's getting a little bit dangerous for Billy. Well, that's going to done with running another 6 or 7 inches. Again, got to just get this nice and flush. And there you go. That's the problem. And again, just because he didn't get in a good line there, he left himself a testy little cut tight to the rail. And Billy has to take advantage. So that's one that most certainly has got away from Albie there.
Looks like I missed a mistake by Albie.
Yeah. Well, he left himself. He left the cue ball sort of here, and the 8 ball was fairly tight in the bottom rail, and he left the cut, and of course he sent the 8 ball to the rail on the hit, and it bobbled to the pocket, and that let Billy in to tidy it up. So that unforced errors what cost Albie that one. He could have had a 3-rack lead, and it's back to 1. And this is the type of thing that will keep Billy in it. But Billy also needs to have his brake working, and I think he came up dry there, and Albie's off and running again. Well, I think the other thing that we've got to remember is that Semi's talking about the amount of errors Albie's been making recently, but I don't think, in all honesty, Albie gets any table time at all unless he's in these tournaments. I don't imagine he's the type that plays offline and practices. I'd be surprised if he does. And he's not hanging around the lobby during weekdays. Because obviously he, like most, has got other commitments, family and stuff, and work. The same as most people have. So the lead back to 2.
Yeah, he was in the lobby earlier today, maybe kind of warming up for this match.
Well, this is going in off the 8 ball, I would think. No, he's managed to get it clean. It would have still went in if he'd nudged the 8.
Well, that's even better that it goes in clean. You don't have to move the 8.
Well, 4 balls fine. This is all just meat and drink for Albie, this.
Connect the dots.
Yep, it's going to go back to 3. But what Billy can't be doing is just hoping on getting these odd opportunities from Albie's errors. He has to be making his own success, but he's got to get a rack and he's got to get the brake working. That's the way back into this. Two ball goes, and that one I think goes past the 2. Sorry, the 4. Now we can see clearly there's plenty of room on the left side to get on the 3 ball. That's not a problem. It's just making sure he gets out of there now.
Well, that was well done. He let the cue ball slide a little bit and then took off.
He's looking to come back and avoid the 8. He's managed that. That'll do. Now the problem starts. Now he's got an angle to go over by the 7. Now he can also try and squeeze it in past that gap in the 6 and 8, but he's trying to go over right side, and I think that's almost right on the money.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Now he could go to the rail and just bump the 9 and hold for the 7. No, he's hit it clean. So this is definitely dangerous now for Billy.
I'm gonna give it though Alan Hopkins' statement. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Albie's gonna get out in this rack.
Oh yeah. Well, of course, Billy can't do anything until he gets to the table. And he's got to be on his toes as and when he does. Welcome to Spud Boy.
This is stretching out into dangerous territory in a tall order to ask.
There we go.
Four racks.
There's the same pattern again, Rob. There was one earlier in the match before you arrived. You've got the same thing. You've got two balls stuck together, none of which really moved. The 9 and the 5, or the 3, I think it is. But Albie's had the 7 ball. He can reverse bank this and get out behind the 5 and 2 for the 2. But no, he's playing it. Well, he's trying to be really cute there. Well, trying to be really cute, and he's left Billy a pot. But this is going to be a test of Billy's control here, because I have a quick look at the 3. The 3's clean, and it goes. So now the important shot is right now to get somehow on this 2 ball where he's not interfering with the 5. And that ain't it, I don't think. And he's going to bank this. And this, well, it's not a great shot, this, for the cut. I mean, it will cut, but it's a test of Albie's control to somehow get that cue ball to hold a line that's going to get him nice on the 3. Well, at least he's on the right side of the table. And even the 2 players have agreed. Billy says, weird breaks. He says, almost like I've seen this one sort of before. And Albie says, yeah, they tend to cluster like that. The 2 balls stuck together in the centre of the pack when the other balls have cleared it.
We had one that in the previous match that did that. I think but it wasn't but 1 rack.
Oh yeah. You always keep your eye out for it, but you will see it.
It's going to happen from time to time. I see it happen from time to time in real life as well.
Well, Semi-Pro predicted 13-5, I think, to Albie. And, right now that score is looking very likely. But again, Billy wasn't in good shape on the 5, and that will be his chance gone. Now Albie's got the choice. He can play the bank, and he's played it well. Nice angle in the 6, no problem.
Good speed too, because it hit the rail just about the last diamond and still went in.
Ooh. Well, Albie likes to use all of the pocket. Well, this match is just on 30 minutes old. And it's running away from Billy. And I heard something go in there. And the 1 goes. The problem straight away is the 2. Because it doesn't go past the 3. At least not from where I'm sitting, it doesn't.
Doesn't look like it'll bank across past the 4 either.
Oh yeah, it will bank. Yeah, there's no problem. But you see, he's not good on the bank. He's not good.
Yeah, angles way too wide.
Yeah, he had to cut across that to actually make the bank, and if he did, he would have double kissed. It wouldn't have went anyway. It was never perfect for the bank. But Albie comes up smelling the roses again here.
Hard to beat an opponent when they're playing well and getting the rolls.
Well, that's unfortunate for Billy. Did everything but go in. Well, Albie's going to have to get in line for this 5-6 combo, and he's got to get really good on this. When you look at that there, you know, the 6 ball wants to take some of that 7. Now, it looks as if he's trying to get in the short side. That's a clever move. That's excellent. That takes away any problems with a combo. Well, just over 32 minutes, and Albie's only 4 away.
And he's at the table.
Well, he is dry. Let's see. Well, the 1 ball goes, and Billy's got to watch he doesn't roll through and finish behind the 3 here. Because he's stuck to the rail, he can't do much with the cue ball at all other than roll the 1 in and roll through. But if he rolls through the wrong side and doesn't hit that 3, he's going to end up behind it. So he's got to make sure he doesn't do that. Well, he's jacking up, which makes it even more difficult, but that's well done. He could obviously see the problem of just rolling it in, and took evasive action. And needless to say, he cannot fail here. He can't afford to fail. He must just let Albie know that he's going to deal with these tables, and I think he's not exactly perfect in this 4 ball. Yeah, he's got to have to run. Checked it to bring it down, and that's actually not bad. I mean, it could have ended up a lot worse than that. That was a good shot.
Yeah, it's a pretty smart choice to had a lot of table to work with too.
Yeah, but here's one of these ones again. Blind pocket. We've got to watch the pace here though. He should come out the back of the 8 and down to the left of the 9 as we look. The line looks like that. And the pace looks pretty good to me. That's well done. And I think he's got a suitable angle. Yeah, that's fine. Not an issue. Just get himself out into the table so he's staring down this 8 ball. He doesn't want to be leaving it one of those testy cuts. And that's not too bad. Yeah. He's just going to have to get into the cue ball a wee bit if he wants to stay the right side or go 2 rails. Well, he's playing it dead weight.
Well, that's not bad for where he was.
Well, it's 1 back. Spud Boy says, don't know why this match was deemed streaming worthy, because it's a race to 13 and Billy's a half decent enough player to be able to take racks, which he's just done. Admittedly, he's got a lot to do, but there was always a chance of an upset. And there's a gift. Albinario's giving him a quick rack.
Well, you could look at it like this way, Steve. How many times you get to watch matches with Albie playing on the loser side?
Yep. because you're looking to see Albie battling his way through this. Because he's under, Albie's under more pressure than Billy's ever going to be in this. He's got a comfortable cushion at the moment, but that could all change in a couple of good breaks and a couple of good racks, and suddenly Billy's back in it, and I don't think he's got any joy, has he?
Couple of things that happened just like what happened right there.
Yeah.
Miss hit on the ball and the 9 rolls right up in the hole, and Billy gets a shot where he just tapped the 9 in.
Well, this is not easy. Looking for the combo, and it's caught the 8, and Billy's got another chance. Admittedly, let's have a look at how much. He's not going to take any of the 5. I think he's just got to get the pace right and get back out into the table again. And that isn't it. I don't believe he played that. I think he's underhit it, because I have a funny feeling he wanted to come into the rail and back out. But he's still half decent on the 2. And loads of room to get up the table. You've just got to be careful of that 6 ball. Well, I don't know what the hell he tried there. But it's a big mistake. I don't even think he played the shot right either. I think he should have just run that in. I think he was trying to get around the corner there and straight into the pocket. But
Albie will probably take the shot here, but a smart player would shoot safe and just lock him up tight.
Yeah, but Albie's going to run this out. I mean, he should do. Looking at the 4 though, that 4, well, it's not again frozen, but he's needless to say found his way to it.
With that 3 and that 8 being that close together like that, and he could have locked him up so tight.
Well, I mean, if it was a different score line, Albie would have probably done it. But I think, 9 times out of 10, these guys, given the chance that they're heading for the run out, they're going to take it into their own hands. They're not going to leave any doubt. And I think he's got that comfort zone at the moment where he's, and again, it's a sign of confidence as well that he's prepared to take it on the table. There wasn't any major issues. The problem ball, if there was any, was the 4 ball, and he got onto it no problem. So, lead from the front is what they say.
You watch a pro match, they'd have locked that rascal up so tight just because the 4 was sitting where it was, and try to get a ball in hand to be able to.
Oh, it's a whole different ball game in the real table. Yeah.
Well, right.
Well, I think Rob was just explaining what the options were. Well, now Billy has to get wise here. I mean, he can send that to the back rail like that, and use those 2 balls like that. Again, not a problem hitting this. It's just where it's going to finish, whether Billy's going to get any luck, and whether Albinario is going to get a roll. And that's not too bad. It's not easy. Well, we've got 14 viewers.
Also, Simi, you look at that, what I was talking about, locking up, he can push the 2 down to the table and let it come back to the middle, and the opponent is still locked up, and now the 2 is in the middle of the table.
Well, Billy got a little roll there. He missed
again.
2, flipped to 5. You've got to take full advantage of it though. He's got to. I mean, that's it. You know, it's always a thing I've said. It doesn't matter that you've had a fluke. What does, you know? It's what matters after the fluke. You know, the fluke is there. It's going to happen to everybody. But in this situation, it's even more important that you run this table out.
Right. When you need 3 and your opponent needs, or you need 8 and your opponent needs 3, it definitely needs to run out. That's really when the focus goes away and the pressure takes that focus away.
Yeah, we've got to remember as well that the way the match has gone, Billy's not had many break shots, so he's not had any great opportunities to get a roll of the ball in the break and get a run or something. He may well get it next if he can take this out. But again, he's not finding the line. And that again, that is just something you can't do. That is just handing it on a plate.
Yeah, you can't leave Albie like that. He's gonna clean the rest of that up without no problem.
Yep, and this is why there's a number of players that are still in the tournament, but there's a number of players that will still be doing things like that, and their days are numbered. Because you eventually get found out if you can't have that level of consistency with tables like that and roll that 4-ball in. I'm afraid you're packing your bags soon enough. And I think Albie's break stats will be pretty good because I think he's got another couple in the break. What's going? The 1 and the 5.
Yep, made 2 balls.
Shot, well, a bedhead cut in the 2. Now that was a good shot because I do think he did check that cue ball there to bring it away from the right side of the table so he could get on the 3.
And he's played it very well.
This got a bit of right on it just to try and drop over. And again, the weight is dead weight. He doesn't want to be bolt straight though. Now he's he's inside it slightly so he can work the cue ball with spin, and that's fine. And it's just let's have a look. Yeah, just dead weight. He's checking it again.
That comment somebody made a while ago that none of us can get close to Albie and Cobra as well because they do what Albie's doing here so well. They're so consistent at controlling the cue ball.
That's the art of the game. So Albinario already in just 43 minutes is on the hill, and Semi-Pro's prediction isn't far off the mark, and a few others as well, I think.
Did anybody say 13.5 or was it 13.6?
I think Semi-Pro, Spud said 13.5 because it's still on my chat, on my screen. I think Semi-Pro was 13.5 or 13.6. That's pretty much hit the nail on the head.
There you go, Spud Boy, 13.5.
Well, Billy's maybe played his last shot there. Okay, the 7-ball's a problem, but Albinario could take a risk here if he wanted, but he wouldn't be guaranteed he'd still have a shot in the 2. He still has opportunities to deal with that 7-ball. And Albie might have got himself funny already. I think he can see enough to cut this, can he? Let's have a look. I think he can. Yeah, played that well. So now it's how Albie deals with the 7 now. He could just get into the table up above the 8 ball and play a billiard onto the 9. Or he can get down onto the 6 and then bump into the 9 and 7. But the 7-9 billiard, I think, looks good. It looks good from here. Oh yeah, I mean, if he was anywhere here, he's knocking that 9 in every time. So we'll soon find out what Albie's thinking is.
See that shot there? Look how precise that position is.
So we're about to find out what he's prepared to do here. Well, he's trying to drop right in behind it to play the... He's got to cut this right across the 9. You know, that's got to cut that way to catch the 9. And if he gets it too thin, it's simply going to bump into the rail. So this for the match. Never a doubt. So well done, Albinario. Well, he's just playing to the standard that he plays at. Simple as that. And you've got to be on that level or sustain a level like that if you're going to be competitive with him. So, you know, well done to Billy for getting as far as he's got. But when you come up against Albie, you've really got to be on the money. So Albie goes through, and we will have, if I can just move my chat, just give me a second. We'll just move that out of the way. We'll have a look at the stats if we can remember how to get there. Hold on. There we go.
And you got to take advantage when Albie makes some mistakes, which he didn't do.
In fact, now that we're in this screen here, I'll just type in Albinario. Albinario. Delete a letter. There he is. And I don't recall when Albinario made a couple of mistakes, but nothing that I would call major other than hanging a 9 ball. BillyBigRigger. There we are. Oh, sugar. Why does it do that? Right, I've got him this time. That's better. Let's have a quick look. Break stats. Albinario 13 breaks. Well, look at Billy. There's Billy's problem there. Staring in the face. Admittedly, they only get 5 breaks. And he came up absolutely stone dry. Nothing. Not a sniff of a ball in a break. Albinario 1.15 average balls in break. 4 runouts from the break. And break percentage 76. So Billy just didn't have the break working. You know, if you can't get that working at all, you've no chance. And Racks run 5 from Albie. Racks run high run 2. And Billy had 1. Moneyball shot 100%. So that's the tail of that match. Now, if we go back to the bracket and move across, we can see now where we are on the winner's side. We've got Bedhead up against Larry. We've got Cobra up against Spectre Dawn. So that's the winner's side. The one lost side. A whole lot more action to come here, I'll tell you. We've got Snake Eyes and Rosine. Interchange X and MC Clarkey. These guys have still got another 5 days to get the matches arranged. We've got Albinario waiting to play the winner of MC Clarkey and Interchange X. And further down, we've got Stubb, who is through, like I said he would, against Linus and Rabbi, if it went that way, because now we know that we have the match between Mr. Fox and Hazard still to be arranged. Again, they've still got the 5 days to get that done, and the winner will play Stub. Further down than that, we've got Pulkabouter against Jova, and we have Bill already through, waiting on the winner of that match. Now, I have to say that it would be a big surprise if Bill, not BillyBigRigger, if Bill can't take care of that match, whoever he's going to play. But, you know, again, funny things happen. So that's where we've got to. The remaining matches, I'll just move this out the way again.
Yeah, Bill should be the strong favorite in that if he shoots up to the standard that he usually does.
Yeah. Now, get my chat out. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm just going to get rid of that chat because I don't need to see it anymore. I'll just shut that down. So the remaining matches are Snake Eyes and Rosin, Monday at 5 p.m. I'll be at my dinner at that time, and then I'll be ready for Bankster and Semi-Pro at 6:30. GMT, of course. Then we've got LS3 and Nick at 7. So on the Wednesday, on my day off, and finally Cobra Spectre on next Saturday. So that is where we've got to, folks. Thanks to Rob for taking part, and I think we will bid good night to everybody. Take care, and we will see you again soon. So thanks for joining, Rob.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you soon, and take care, everybody, and good night.
Good night, ladies.
Good night.
Hasta la vista, baby.